Welcome to Save Point Sass, where every checkpoint comes with hot takes, chaotic tangents, and a little bit of shade.
Two queer gamers, wildly different play styles. Breaking down what we're playing, what's going on in gaming culture, and what deserves a health potion or a rage quit.
This is Save Point Sass. Load in, level up, and stay petty. Well, here we are.
Here we are.
Happy gaming.
Happy gaming.
We are very much into our Switch 2 life cycle. We've got it for about a couple weeks now.
Yep.
We are full-on Switch 2 gamer heads, I would say.
Yep.
From morning to night, a little bit in the afternoon as well. Give me your take so far of how you've been liking the Switch 2, high level.
I have been enjoying it a lot, and I really have been enjoying playing and revisiting my Switch 1 library, which is extensive. I think I probably spent the most time playing two games. One is Bravely Default, but the runner-up for most time played for Switch 2 for me is Mario Kart. And I think that's the same for you.
I would say for sure, definitely Mario Kart has gotten my attention here. Surprisingly, right? I think we both played a little bit of Mario Kart 8. We both kind of were playing it casually, pop on, hop off. Definitely this Mario Kart World has me pretty engaged. One thing in particular, right, is this free roam mode.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely have been playing a lot of free roam. It definitely scratches that itch for collectibles.
Yes.
Also, the world is beautiful, right? And the gameplay is very, comforting and casual, right? So, end of day...
You've been playing, before you go to bed at night.
Yeah, so, end of day, you're kind of fall asleep, and maybe you just pop on free roam for 20 minutes. You drive around, you collect a couple P-Switch challenges, find a P-Medallion, and then you drift off to sleep.
Yeah.
It's very interesting because the free roam feels like Mario Kart without any of the chaos, without any of the competition. So you really feel like you're in that world without having to be on top of things. You're just able to be, right? To be present.
Mm-hmm.
Have you been liking the free roam mode?
I haven't played as much of the free roam mode as you have, but I do enjoy it. I love finding the little secrets around, and whenever I see the little flaming baggie, that I know is going to have a cute food or potentially give me a new item or a new character or whatever,
right?
I get excited. I haven't done many P-Switch challenges.
Yeah.
And up until recently, I think when we were having a discussion, I did not know about the question block challenges or whatever.
I thought that was interesting. So it looks like the question block challenges are scattered across each course, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the P medallions are more for how you parkour in the open world.
Yep. And so I think I've been enjoying it, but I definitely haven't been I haven't explored as much as you've explored.
Yeah.
And I feel like between the both of us, you're definitely the authority on it.
Yeah.
But I'll say outside of the free roam, we've been spending a lot of our time online.
Yes.
And, we've been having a good time. You've been winning some, I've been winning some, and then you'd win a lot more.
Yeah. No, but I think that's the nice thing about Mario Kart World is that it feels very accessible to everyone, right?
Yeah.
I'm definitely not a pro gamer, right? And it still feels like I'm able
to... But you're good at Mario Kart.
I'm good. Yeah, I know how to play the moves and stuff like that, right? But in a way that wasn't as accessible to Mario Kart 8 casual players, right?
Yeah.
I think, right? I think that's one thing that we're noticing is that there's so much variety in so much chaos in the courses in the worlds, in the races that 1 minute you're first place, next minute you're 20th place, next second
Definitely,
you're third place.
My experience,
right? So that kind of makes it equitable to everybody, right? Everyone has a chance to win, right? Everyone has a chance to do good, to feel like they're not having to be bombarded by all these professional players. What do you think? Have you been enjoying your online courses?
I think I've been having a good time online. I think that, when we first got our Switches and we're part of a community that has a lot of gamers, and we added so many people. And I think those first couple of days, basically everyone was online, 50, 60 people online. And it was very easy to find a lounge and a friend to play with. You could join their race group
for
online play. And I think like I really enjoyed that, where you like kind of get the same group of people, people that you know, and if you want to for Grand Prix, you can race along with them or just join randomly. And then obviously we know that knockout mode is random for everybody, so you
Right.
can't join a group. So I kind of like that kind of play with friends online versus play with randoms online. But now I've been finding that uh the experience is filled with less of the people we friended. And I think for my account, I looked and I probably added or switched people over from my old Nintendo ID, probably like close to 100 people.
Yeah.
And,
In the first couple of days, we saw so many people of those online, and
yes.
slowly we're seeing less and less of those online. So perhaps it means that,
And
uh,
it's not just that we're seeing less people online. Um, but also we've noticed that there are less people playing Grand Prix, and when people
mm,
are online, they're playing knockout mode,
yeah,
which is interesting.
which might be related to one of our the recent updates to Mario Kart, right?
Yeah, so tell us about it.
Yeah, so a new update came out, right? I mean, we have this concept of intermissions or highway courses, and we also have the concept of tracks, right? Um, just to make an assertion, it seems like more of the competitive players are interested in tracks, more of the casual players are interested in just the variety of courses that come with intermissions. It used to be that you had to do, if you click random in Grand Prix, you would always get tracks. It seems like they made an update that made it a little bit less likely for you to get tracks and more likely for you to get intermission courses.
Yeah,
And that seems to have been a controversial decision amongst the online discourse.
to say the least. Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, we played a little bit after the update, and I think it is indeed true that, well, actually, I don't know if I think at our level it's interesting because even before the update, we would get a lot of intermission courses,
Yeah.
right? If we were in a high level bracket before the update, we'd always get random courses.
Yeah.
Um, so I'm sure for that bracket, now post update, it probably is seeming a little bit more intermissions and less course tracks. From what I've observed, I feel like I'm getting the correct variety. I feel like I'm getting properly satiated with tracks, and then in between, I play a little bit of intermission courses. And I will say, like, I think I do appreciate the intermission courses a little bit, right? It's the variety that comes with it,
Yeah.
where you don't have to always be on playing track after track after track. Intermission kind of gives you it makes it feel like a journey, some type of from beginning, middle to end, rather than discrete courses.
Yeah. And one thing I've noticed too is that the intermission courses basically take away the shortcuts. Because if you have the courses and you did the courses 3 times in a row and that was it, that means you might have the couple of elite players who are like literally parkouring through the course and not even riding on the road.
Yeah,
And they're just destroying the other players.
right.
If you have an intermission course, there's much less room for that type of activity. So it forces you to interact and strategize against the other players rather than leave them behind because you perfected parkouring on
Right.
the actual
And what you're
stage.
describing is kind of another reason why these feel a little bit more equitable, right, to all players,
Yeah,
right? And I think that what makes these courses exciting, right?
yeah.
Um, so you played now more tracks, you played more intermissions.
Hmm.
You have a preference?
I think that I really like there are certain tracks that I really like, right?
What would you say is your favorite track?
Well, my favorite track is going to be Rainbow Road,
Yeah,
even though it's so tough
yeah.
and very punishing.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I think that is what is it, Moo Moo Meadows?
Yeah.
I mean, I like the cutesy tracks. I like the like bright and glitzy tracks. Um, but I'd say that while I enjoy those tracks, I noticed that I'm actually getting like more of the same ones over and over and over,
Mm.
like on the northeast
Yeah.
side of the map,
Yeah.
or the southwest.
Yeah.
I'm not getting the northwest or the southeast.
Yeah.
And so yeah, maybe there's a track out there for me or more tracks out there for me that I would enjoy. I say I like the intermission because like I said, as chaotic as it is, and it is very chaotic,
Mm-hmm.
I think that really focusing on the other racers rather than fighting the stage completely or focusing on parkour, which I'm not really good at parkour or, doing all those special skills to get through the stage without staying on the
Yeah, I
road.
mean, there's a lot of it feels like there's a steep learning curve, or like at first it's very accessible, right, and then everyone kind of gets to a under like a somewhat understanding of how it works, but then
Mm-hmm.
there's a very 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 high ceiling for how good you can get at while riding and tracks and
I
grinding and stuff like that.
100% agree. And I think that for me, I'm a big fan of Mario Kart, but I'm not like a serious Mario Kart player. I have siblings who have played like thousands of hours of Mario Kart. They're way better than me. They would play
Yeah.
Mario Kart 8 towards the end when it was just, you would log on and there would be no casual players. It's just all
Hmm.
professional players. They would play,
Right.
online. And, but I'm a big fan. And I think for me, um, I'm
Just like
happy
Mistress.
with where it is. And I think that, you know, um, I hope that we get some of the other things regarding online that we want, like knockout, being able to play knockout with your own friend group.
Hmm.
I think, if they're going to take away and kind of change how we get to choose and select courses, um, I think that, they can change some other things online. I didn't really care about if people all chose random to get to only race the certain course.
Hmm.
I thought that was like a cool workaround.
Yeah.
Like, oh, they must have intended for that
Yeah.
to happen. And, and most of the matches I was playing, um, I was not experiencing that everybody wanted the course. Like
Yeah.
maybe a couple of times I
That's
got,
what I was noticing too in my brackets.
yeah. So, I think that uh, it wasn't really on my radar. What about you?
Just the change in general, or
Yeah.
I mean,
Or
I
do
think
you want more changes
honestly, I think
online?
where it's at right now, I actually like.
You
I
like
feel
it?
like, and I'm getting to the point where I've seen all the courses, right? More or less all the tracks, right? So the novelty is slowly becoming the norm, right? So I think in order to make sure that those don't become repetitive, the intermissions are a nice change of pace.
Yep.
So I'm slowly coming to appreciate the intermissions even more. Um, so yeah, I mean, overall, definitely gonna continue playing Mario Kart. I feel like free roam still is my like bedtime. Spend 30 minutes, and then maybe in the morning or when I'm just taking a break, hop on, get a couple of courses in, see how rusty my Mario Kart skills are. But what we got right now? It's about 2 or 3 weeks until DK, right? So I think at the very least for these next couple of weeks, Mario Kart is still gonna be very top of mind for me.
Yep.
How about for you?
So what would you say is your save point and your sass point for?
Yeah, my save point definitely is free roam, and honestly, I also love how you're kind of embedded into free roam in between the courses when you're online, right? So there's those 30-minute. Those are actually what are the intermissions, right? When you're in free roam, or sorry, when you're in between courses, and you're waiting for the next selection to occur, right? That is still free roam, and you're still able to find P medallions and our
Which is
P
so
medallions
cool.
and P switch blocks.
Yeah.
Um, so it really is captivating to me. You are in this world. My sass would probably be maybe there's an air of too much chaos, right? We've talked about when you're in the middle of the pack, it feels like you can't do anything and you're just bombarded one after the next after the next after the next, right? And that is core Mario Kart, Mario Party, Mario Kart, Mario everything, right? But being in the midst of it can sometimes feel less than gratifying or
Yeah.
satisfying. So maybe there is some balance to be had, but right now I think that's just the name of the game, literally Mario Kart.
Yep.
How about you? Your save point and your sass.
Well, I'm gonna say that my save point is honestly, I'm gonna say that the intermission courses are my save
Yeah,
point.
I love that.
I think that is so interesting to me what it adds to the courses because basically it changes the whole thing,
Yeah.
depending on what intermission course that you get, and then it connects to the regular course. And so even if you're used to playing two courses, the intermission can have a huge impact on what the actual experience is. And so I love that variety. And I'm not the type of player where I'm looking to memorize the courses or
Yeah.
I'm looking to optimize anything. I'm looking to have fun. And part of the fun for me is also being surprised.
Yeah.
So the fact that, there are many options for the intermission mission courses, and and it does change your experiences of the two courses that are connected by it. I'm loving that. My SAS point, I'm gonna agree with you. I feel like there is, in every race, from first place to seventh place is like you're actually playing and fighting, and it's more like traditional Mario Kart.
Mm-hmm.
And then I feel like after seventh place to like maybe 15th place, it's like a miasma of chaos where all the items are, all of the, bumping into each other and getting boosts. And, it's, I feel like if you fall behind that group, it's very hard to get past that group.
Yeah.
Because even if you, like, let's say, get hit with the item and you go to last place and you're making your way up and you get to like 15th place, and then you reach, all those players all in a chaos of items and fighting, and you start to catch strays.
Yeah.
You weren't part of the chaos, you didn't hit them with a shell, you didn't do a certain thing, but they're just throwing shells out and they're just throwing bombs out, and then it gets to the point where you know it becomes an impediment to getting higher up in the rankings. And so I wish that that was a little bit different. And I haven't been able to test whether it's different at offline play versus online play. In online play, there's an incentive to get everyone to finish the courses around the same time, right?
Yeah.
You wouldn't want everybody waiting or in lobby because there's a person who's taking twice as long to finish a course in an online environment. Now I can understand them kind of getting all the players in a group, kind of like a bell curve type of thing,
Mm.
keeping everybody together and making sure that turnover is quick. I haven't been able to test it in offline mode, but I suspect that there is a little bit less of whatever is going on there. But that would definitely be my SAS point. I don't enjoy it.
Mm. Well, with that said, are you still gonna play for the next 2 weeks? Is it still gonna be your primary Switch game, or what do you think?
Well, I think, in fact, these last couple of days we've been playing more.
Even more, yeah, I've noticed
Um,
that. Yeah.
so I think that, I really like the game. It's a beautiful game. It is a lot of fun. And, I think that, especially since I'm not a pro and I'm not that great, that like you win some and you lose some. And sometimes the losing can be just as funny or entertaining as the
Right.
winning.
Yeah.
So, and I don't like the chaos because I feel like my experience has been okay, I'll be in first or second place or third place and I'll be doing everything right. And then, okay, I get hit by a blue shell. Now I'm in last place
Yeah.
and I'm trying to find my way back up. And it's like, you get to that group of chaos and it's like, well,
Damn.
damn, I'm
Yeah.
stuck.
But still very exciting. We'll see what transpires over the next couple of weeks, and happy Mario Kart.
Happy Mario Karting.